Hello, my name is Voya and welcome to My Deep Guide. This is a short follow-up video regarding the Remarkable Connect subscriptions that came out. So obviously it's still a hot topic and people have quite a few questions and quite a few opinions. I wanted to address some of the most pressing questions that existing users have been posting. As promised in the comments in the previous video, I wrote to Remarkable and listed like 3 most important questions that I could basically identify, and actually they replied within the hour, which was a very nice surprise. I've literally never had that experience from them, so that's a very nice thing to see. So the questions that I asked, number 1 was, is there a fixed timeline for how long the existing customer will be able to keep the Connect subscription, or will it expire after a certain period of time? Number 2 was, is the free Connect subscription of the same status as a regular subscription, meaning will the future updates be included in it or not, because the wording says your free plan includes all launch features. That's something that quite a few users were kind of worried about, and also for me it's a very specific wording, so it was worth clarification, which can indicate that it's limited to launch features, excluding new features, or that it might include new features support as well. And the third one was, as an existing customer that has claimed the free Connect subscription, is the subscription locked to an account or a device? Hypothetically, if Remarkable 3 is released in the future and I decide to purchase it and register it to the same account, will I have the same Connect subscription, or would that require a purchase of a new subscription? So of course there's variations of these questions, but all of them can, to a higher or a lower degree, be condensed to these 3 kind of categories. And there's a 3A, B, or supplemental that also is addressed here, which I'll explain later. But let's first check out their reply. This will aid the users, this will aid Remarkable as well, because it clarifies some of the things. So let's see. Thanks for writing. I apologize for the confusion this has caused you. I hope this will clarify and answer your questions. We plan to offer existing customers like you full free access to Connect for as long as possible, although this service may change over time. So while I do completely understand that it's not ad infinitum, so that's not something no company should offer, or no user should expect, like support for infinity and beyond, which is fine. So this wording does, of course, fit into that category, but it also, at a very volatile moment where a lot of people are kind of concerned, and it's easy to get into speculation. And the first part is really good. It's like, yeah, full free access to Connect for as long as possible. I get it. Although this service may change over time, I wish there was a more concrete timeline here. I know that I would personally feel better if the response was, well, we plan to support the existing customers for at least another 12 months. After that, it may change or not. Then it's a little bit more concrete. This way, it's very open, and I don't know, it's a little bit unclear. I do appreciate the reply, but that last part, it's just kind of goes back and it's like, but like a question mark. While there are things that may affect your relationship with Connect in the future that we can't control, so it's like a second question mark, if we do make any changes to the service, we will strive to give you free access to anything that comes next for as long as you want it. So as usual, the future roadmap and clarity about what the plans are unfortunately unclear. And my sentiment is still the same here. I would have preferred if there was at least one concrete bit of info, such as, we'll support you for the next 6 months, 12 months, 9 months, I don't know, something. And then after that, it's subject to change, but we'll try to keep you on board as long as possible. That, I think, would have been a bit better, but I guess obviously they can't commit to that yet, or they might not want to, I don't know. Furthermore, your unlimited Connect subscription is connected to your email and your myremarkable.com account. This way, even if you purchase a new device, you will be able to simply sign in with your credentials to get access to your free unlimited Connect subscription. Please note that you can only use your email address for one subscription at a time. So that's a bit of good news and a bit of bad news for some people. That's where 3A comes along. So that was my third question. What happens if I, as an existing customer who has claimed the free Connect subscription, so now I have the Connect subscription, and I buy a next device, and if I register it to my existing account that has that subscription to it, then I'm good to go. So the subscription is linked to the account, not the device. So that's good, but it's bad for people who want to sell their old Remarkable because it has effectively devalued the device itself. Because now if you sell the device to anyone, remember the account and the license is non-transferable. That's very, very clear in their terms and conditions. So there's no way that you can actually sell your account or sell your subscription or transfer it to somebody else. To me, it does make sense because, for example, if you're a new user of Remarkable and you're entering the ecosystem with the subscription, you are paying your subscription per month and you decide to sell the device off, you cancel your subscription, and that's pretty much it. The other person receives their Remarkable, they register their account, decide which subscription plan, if any, they want, and they are good to go. So that part works, and I think they have protected themselves so that no exploitation can be made for these pre-subscription devices. So the hardware is not worth more, actually it's worth less than it used to be. So it's not going to be like something some users said, like, oh, it's artificially inflating the prices of these pre-subscription devices and they're going to shoot up in sales on eBay. No, that's not the case. The subscription is locked to your account, not to a device. It devalues the price of the device that we own. So when you resell it, it's not going to be possible to claim the price higher than $299, for example, because that is the offer that they currently have if you go for a Connect. So effectively, yeah, your a device that you wanted to maybe sell is now down by $100. If you're an existing customer, I think that you are so far protected, and I think it's done fairly, although I'm not so comfortable with the wording yet. As I said, I would have been more comfortable if it was more concrete. But obviously, yeah, they never share anything concrete, so this was as concrete as it gets, I guess. And then they finally say, our goal is to offer you free access to Connect for as long as we're able. Should there, however, be any changes to our current offer for our existing customers, we will strive to give you free access to new services and features. This one is like really convoluted and it's like an onion. So if I start unpeeling it, we could start speculating, but the bottom line is that we could only speculate, and I'm not willing to do that because I don't have any bit of info that I could actually turn the speculation into a conclusion. So no, I'm not going to speculate on this one. It is what it is. It's too vague for me to infer anything. Yes, I can infer a million things, but nothing concrete from that one, except that they'll try to give us the best access. So that's the reply. What does it clarify? Well, for me, it's good that it clarifies two really important things. First one, that the subscription is linked to your account, not to a device. Great. Now it's very clear. People can understand that if you're an existing customer, you actually continue to be an existing customer even when you buy new devices, potential new devices that come out from them. So that's good. The other thing that's clarified is that from what I can see here and from what I can read here, it doesn't sound like they are planning immediately now to have like Connect Plus or Connect Pro, which is going to kind of, put us aside existing users, and that you will have the other subscription plan to subscribe to, and that existing users will, no matter what, be forced to choose a subscription plan. Now, let's be clear. At some point, existing users will need to transfer to a subscription plan of some sort, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. And I just want to clarify one other thing. There's a ton of people who are super anti-subscription models. While I do understand that, and as I mentioned in my previous video before the Connect launched, when I said that it's inevitable, I also mentioned that I'm not against subscriptions at all. I think that it's a sound business model. It's something that absolutely makes sense. It's a standard today, so it makes sense that they do that. So I don't have a problem at all with Remarkable going into a subscription model business. That's fine with me. What I do have a problem with are the subscription models that they have offered, how this has been done, and artificial inflation of accessories. So let's cover the artificial inflation of accessories. That is just plain distasteful. That is dishonest and distasteful to bring up the prices. $30 for already a super expensive, not worth it marker, and then, hey, I'm discounting what I've just raised the price on yesterday. Come and grab this great deal. That's dishonest. So that one I really don't like. The second thing that I really don't like is how they have launched the Connect subscription model. It has been done under the radar. Were it not for the community, were it not for the Facebook pages, Reddit pages, YouTube channels, and everybody else, this would have gone completely under the radar, and it would just, you wake up one day and it's like, hey, actually it's now subscriptions. That's, again, dishonest. That is not an okay way to do this, and I have not seen any other company actually do this. They usually have newsletters that are sent out to users, to news channels, so that actually you have the announcement of something that's about to happen. This could have also increased the sales in their units pre-subscription, but maybe that was not their plan. I don't know. But I don't like the way this was done, how the Connect subscription was launched. Also not okay and dishonest. The third part, or the number one thing, that I don't like are the subscription models. I don't think anyone, absolutely anyone, would have any problems with subscription models if they were balanced and if they offered something new. So what would have worked for me was if you had a 3-tier subscription models, and then you introduce that onto the existing users and the new users. Granted, big change, people are going to go like, oh, I don't like a change. That's normal, that's fine. But what you offer the users has to make sense. So what would have made much more sense is that if you had the basic plan or the no plan, fine, strip down all of the cloud features, but offer one last new thing as a functionality for your platform so that it's absolutely usable without the cloud. What does that entail? 2 primary things. Improved USB file interface transference, or USB over IP, because currently you can't make a folder, you can't do all of those things, you can't do anything. You can't even see the device as a legacy device on Mac or a Windows. You have to go over browser. So that is number one thing. Enable it so that users who don't want your cloud service to be able to use it normally. That has not been done. And the second thing is you should have had a native backup option of your notebooks. This is primarily a note-taking device. So if you are going to start charging for cloud services, which is totally fine, at least give the option for the users to opt out of that and still be able to use the device to its not full potential, but to its medium potential, So the most basic stuff would be transferring files to and from the device and creating backups of your device so that you can use it with a free mind, with an ease of thought, and that you don't have any anxiety. What happens if the memory corrupts? These are flash memories, they corrupt. That's something that absolutely happens on any device. These are not exceptions. So if you don't have an option to back up your data, that's not fair. That's not okay. That's not a full functionality of a platform. So the No Connect plan had to make sure that the users who don't want cloud services are still able to have proper functionality so that they can get the files on and off the device in a proper manner, not the horribly dysfunctional way that we have now, and to have the ability to back up your notebooks and content in generally from your device onto wherever you want, bypassing their cloud service. That would have been fair. So that's no plan. The Connect Lite should have included all of the existing features that were present on the Connect launch day. That is a fair thing to do because that is the current state of platform. That is what Remarkable is. That is what it offers up until October 12th, and Connect Lite is what it offers you and should have been priced at $3, not $5. And it also would have to include the new functionalities such as improved USB file transferring and the ability to back up notebooks in the native format. The third one is the one that is the make it or break it, because that's where you actually sell the idea of your business model. And you had to prepare something really, really good, something that a lot of users actually wanted, waited for, and would be very, very happy to pay for. That is a no-brainer in the Remarkable world. So number one, with the Connect would have been support of custom templates and a custom template editor in your desktop and mobile app. That is already there. It actually all functions. The only thing, okay, let's bypass the editor if that's beyond their programming capacity, but I don't see how. That's really, really simple. But okay, let's even put that aside. Let it just be possible that you drag and drop a PNG file into a desktop app and upload it and set it as your custom template. That would have been obvious choice number one. Choice number two, the device already supports PNG files because templates are PNG files, so it can read them, it can display them. Adding the support for PNG images onto the platform so that you can actually open it up from your Google Drive and set it as a custom template. Third one, editable OCR results that are persistent and not per single page. So the upgraded OCR capability that is limited only to the Connect. So on the Connect Lite, you have the current functionality of OCR. On the Connect full experience, you get the OCR that is persistent per document. What does that mean? Once you do a conversion, it's saved locally and associated with the document. So next time you open it, you don't have to do it again. It actually transfers into an editable document that you can type and edit and format in a different way, that you can save locally, and that you can ultimately in the end save as a PDF or a text file and kind of keep it that way. Those three, I think, would have been more than enough for the majority, overwhelming majority of people to say, hey, okay, that's fair. I get it. Even the people who would say like, oh, I don't like it, but I get it. That's what would have happened, and that's what they should have done. And that would have required some planning and minimum amount of effort. But they didn't do that, did they? And if you really wanted to sweeten the deal and you wanted to launch it properly and you call your subscription Connect, what you want to do is have on launch day an awesome feature that would transform the Remarkable platform, such as, well, some of you are probably already guessing it. If you call a subscription plan Connect, allow Remarkable users to connect in a shared notebook and collaborate together. Can you even imagine how good and successful of a business model that would have been for a work environment? For an office, let's say office orders 20 Remarkables and they go onto a meeting and they all work on a single notebook sheet where they are kind of sketching out ideas, adding, erasing, working on it together collaboratively. And then at the end of the meeting, you have one place where everything is surmised. Like, it's a complete no-brainer. That one would have required a lot of work and a lot of planning, but that would have been fair. Because then you would offer the users and you would offer the platform, it's like, okay, I know we're making a big change, but hear us out. this is what we're offering, this is our vision, this is what we want to do. That would have made perfect sense, and that would have been more than fine, especially like with the majority of users. So just to reiterate, my problem with this is not the idea of introducing subscriptions, it's what these subscriptions are. They decided, as opposed to any of this, they decided to do the most terrible thing that you could, which is strip down the platform to the bare bones and actually just introduce the existing features that you had on October 12th as your Connect full experience. That is my problem with this, how it's been done. So I just wanted to clarify that, because there's a lot of noise online. Oh, surprise. There's noise online, you don't say. But regardless of that, there's a lot of also confused people who don't know what this means. They are very, and some of them are new users who are a little bit scared or something like that. And there's like a lot of strong language on Reddit and on the Facebook pages, and it's something that can really scare people. And people are already scared generally as it is, because the world is like, boo. These things are not supposed to add to the anxiety and to misinformation and to the overall state of confusion and things like that. So I hope that this video helps some people kind of understand what happens. So to summarize, as an existing customer, you are legally entitled to all of the existing features and functionalities that the platform had at the moment of purchase, or in this business model or way it was made up until the introduction of the subscriptions or the subscription changes. And incidentally, that's another thing that I think is very dishonest, because if they had worded in that way, such as an existing customer who has shown support and blah blah blah, you are already entitled to the free Connect and full services that are already on offer. That's one way of saying the thing, which is more honest than saying, as an existing customer, we want to say thank you for your support and we're giving you for free the Connect subscription. That, I think, should have been divided into a different thing, and then in the end, and as a thank you for your long-term support and loyalty, we will strive to do our best and keep you updated with new features for at least another 12 months or longer if it is possible. That is a more concrete wording, more honest wording of what your legal rights are, and basically the thankfulness is then presented in a clear way. So that's how it should have been worded, so that people can understand more clearly what's going on, what are they supposed to expect, etc., etc. Unfortunately, none of these things were done, and that's why we have this mess currently at hand. I don't really have any intention to clear up the mess of a company that's doing things like that, but I do have a very strong intent to try and clarify this for the users who are with this company and who find themselves a little bit confused, scared, or in a state of anxiety of some sort. There's no need. As I said, as an existing customer, you keep all of your stuff. In the future, for how long, we don't know, but it seems that they're going to try and to maintain it for as long as they can. But to be honest, that doesn't really mean much, because at any given time, with a wording like that, they can say, hey, we no longer can do this, we're very sorry, but here you go. Now we have Connect Plus and Connect Pro, and then you can choose to do that. So that's the clarification that I got on the most important questions regarding the Connect subscription, how it works, what it means, and some of the clarifications that we had for us as existing users. And I also wanted to offer a clarification on what it is exactly that I think was wrong with this launch, and how it should have been done to actually make it a good event, not a bad event. This could have been a great event. This could have been easily a really good stepping stone for the company and an evolution of a company, with the majority of the users backing this decision and supporting the Remarkable, because they already have an incredible support from their user base who are willing to overlook incredible oversights and things, but they managed to completely botch the job. So those are my 2 cents. I wish that we had gotten the subscription models that I kind of listed. I think that would have been a far more fair level play field, and it would have made so much more sense. Unfortunately, we got the worst of all of the worlds, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. A lot of people are saying, okay, now make a video. What after the Remarkable is dead? I don't think they're dead. I hope they're not dead. I really honestly hope that they're not dead. That's why this is making me sad, because it's definitely shot themselves. Now we gotta see like how serious of a wound it is, and yeah, what the hell is gonna happen. Currently, I believe they're in damage control mode. All of this could have been easily avoided, and for the life of me, I don't understand how could have someone decided that these are the subscription models that you want to launch. I don't get it. This is the laziest possible option, and their offer is indecent. Like, you know, if it's not polite, it's not decent, it's not okay on any level, because everything that we've already talked about. I hope that this clarification helps the existing users understand where they stand in this new ecosystem, and that it alleviates some of the pressure and some of the anxiety and all that kind of stuff. And also, I really want to thank you guys for keeping the discussion civil. Really, really active, but very, very civil and very, very in tone, especially when I compare it to some of the other internet rage that is going on over this kind of topic. Thank you guys so much. You are truly the best audience ever. It's like a wonderful community that we have, and I really, really respect that. Also, be sure to check out JB's, or The Morning Coach, did a live session, which is a longer live session. Really worth looking, because I really enjoyed actually watching that. Excellent job there. And he's discussing the other side of the coin. While I just say like I'm all for the subscription models and blah, 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 it makes perfect sense. JB actually covers the other side of things, which is why it makes sense from a business side of things to actually go for a subscription model. So I fully agree with pretty much everything that he said there. That's why I don't think subscription models are bad. It's just that the subscription models that Remarkable offered on the launch of the Connect are terrible. So go over to Morning Coach as well, check it out. He has a longer video there and a shorter summary, a 7-8 minute video that actually summarizes all of the stuff that he talks in the live session. So definitely a good watch and an excellent job that he did there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye.